Let's find out in our SWC 2024 match between NEF and Paffix. We see Julian being pre-banned and the Vanessa already say.
Yeah, definitely that Vanessa contest. I did expect that. Not necessarily as a pre-banned rideable, but definitely as a first pick. So I think for the side of NEF, it was removing that first pick. So now the big question is, where does NEF go to? Comfortable pick in that Cigar. But on the other side, we also have a secret on the side of Paffix, taking that very fast, expecting that unit over there with the Twins Angels. NEF, what do you do against that?
Yeah, he's taking his own speed leads coming in there, so we see them more, and we see the wedge at as well. It's now time for Paffix to respond, say.
Yeah, let's see. On the side of NEF, there is a bit of chip damage from mainly the Moor and the Cigar, but there's not a lot of damage coming in yet. On the side of Paffix, you do have an attack buff, but you don't really have scalers with a lot of attack in general. Because the Twins Angel, you could build them on attack, but most of the times they're not. TL Lang does have a little bit of scaling with attack, but is also a bit scaling on HP. But there we have the heavy damage dealer on attack, which is that Fire Monkey once again.
Yeah, Mehuan coming out again. We saw how much work it just did for Ismo in that last match versus Ababo. Say, once it gets online, the damage it can provide as the match goes on longer. How is NEF going to look to respond there? Is he going to bruise it out? Seems so with a Camilla.
Does he go for the Camilla plus the Chow, to be honest? Like, I've been a lot against Chow, but Chow plus Camilla might have bring something over here. But actually goes with a Nana, so there's a little bit of armor break AoE setup over there. Maybe a little bit of disperse, but let's see how that work out, and let's see what Paffix will lock in as that 5th pick.
Yeah, he's got time now to see how he's going to respond. 2 water units, so going with the wind unit in that Smicer can look to silence, push back as well. Maybe some bombs can be landed. Who are you liking to ban?
I think I would like to remove that Smicer because that is the main sustain. On the other side, well, apparently remove the Nana because we do not like some revives.
Yeah, we've got speed leads going into this matchup. It's our Europe preliminary match 3, set 1 between NEF and Paffix. All things square, 0 apiece. Let's find out how this can be changed right now as Tian Lang likely to cook. Can you get some strips?
Yeah, we're looking for some strips, we're looking for some disperse stuns. Did manage to land a bit of both. But we also do have this Cigar moving, whereas there's only 1 immunity on that side, and managed to provoke pretty much everything, plus pushing back everything. So if you armor break something right now, where are you going to be locking in the damage? It is going to be that Twins Angel. Is this Camilla full on damage? It is a good amount of damage from that Camilla.
Definitely is a more. Trying to get the attack break, not landing. Can you get a defense break on the Cigar? Yes.
Does get the defense break. Do we go for the Tian Lang? Also provoke over there. That is a provoke over there. But we have an additional turn from that secret, where the secret on the side of NEF is always swift, or mostly swift. It is violent on the side of Paffix.
He's doing some more damage with that Camilla. Couldn't quite get the rebound off at the moment, but maybe a pushback onto that Sigrid, not allowing her to get any skills up.
Once again, trying that attack break, once again not landing from that ward, but that Cigar is super tanky and staying on for just a little bit longer. But in this case, it's just the armor break. Where are you gonna land it? Takes the additional turn, can go for another skill 3, raining down this really big sword up on you, absorbing all of that attack bar.
Can you do skill 1 into the Twin Angels? Not enough to get the rebound there. They'll say a bit of a greed play.
A little bit of a greed play, but he does know that the Moor will come up with a skill 2 after this, and that will be definitely taking out 1 unit over here.
Big stun as well there on the Tian Lang. Can he keep controlling it, or do you go for the kill already?
I would go for skill 2. That definitely kills skill 1. You're never sure, because Camilla is mainly scaling on that skill 2 of enemy max HP, so very well. But that Moor just does not want to land that attack break that he so much is looking for on that monkey.
Definitely not, and the defense break does come out onto that Moor with an additional turn. More damage can go in.
That is a lot of damage coming in, and I've said it before once again. Oh, not landing the attack breaks. Is this monkey going to do it right now? We have seen monkeys, it crits, and it does manage to take out that Moor.
It does. He's going to be pushing back against on that Tian Lang. Can he get it off the field? And then Monkey versus Camilla, that's a risky business.
Yeah, Monkey versus Camilla. I've seen that go both ways before. If you constantly let the slows on the Monkey, you can get a win. But on the other side, if you get a good rotation in, you could win that as well. Can you at least take the Tian Lang out? You can take the Tian Lang out. We do have a slow, and we do have defense buff plus anti-crit. So this should be favorable for NEF right now.
Yeah, he's in the driving seat right now. More damage coming out from that Camilla at the moment. There's no heal in the skill 2 at the moment. Still not.
Still no healing coming in, so that's great. No pushback on that. Increased cooltime. That was a perfect timing for increased cooltime. Was stunned, however, but this skill should take him out, and Camilla wins Fire Monkey.
NEF taking that first point then against Paffix right there. Say, monkey business wasn't online for Paffix in that matchup, and he managed to bruise it out with that Camilla, but she was doing a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking that Camilla. It does provide something similar as a Chow, but the big difference is she is still healing allies as well. And that's just a big factor that makes her very strong.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, your boy Chow wasn't in there. Say, is Camilla the new Chow? Is she taking his spot now for you?
I always have liked Camilla a little bit more than I've liked Chow. That's definitely a thing right there. But let's see how that works out for this matchup.
Pre-bans coming in then. We've got Han taken away on the side of Paffix and the Tian Lang. Can allow some attack bar boosting going on here. Say, Paffix, is he going to return to a Vanessa, maybe a Julian comp around it as well? And how will NEF respond?
Going for a very early Hey Gang, so I was definitely preparing this kind of matchup as well, where he doesn't have the first pick, where the Vanessa does go to the enemy. There is a potential right now for Julian being picked up, plus a Kovaci. Those units are all open, or the Valagil, similar thing. 3 turns, AoE immunity, cleanses, armor break, the whole lot that works very well with a Julian. But on the other side, we can see that that Ragdoll being locked in comfortably right now because there is no Tian Lang. However, if you were to lock in a unit that doesn't heal anything right now, he's most likely ending up without a heal. Does lock in that Twins Angel, however.
Yeah, so he brings the defense break, brings more of the push-up as well to try and get some more turns and cycling through on his team. Paffix has only got that one damage dealer single target with Juliana at the moment. Say, it's maybe not time for a monkey, though.
You could bring in the monkey. I could see the monkey win all of the units on the side of NEF as well. It is a possibility, but do you want to lock it in? We have seen it do formidable work next to a Julian in a previous matchup, but decides to go for an Oliver plus a Smicer, likes to go for the kind of route where it's not necessarily CC, but a lot of pushbacks.
We see 2 wind units there. Say, are we going to see potentially even a monkey on this side, or we're seeing a different fire unit, Juno, coming out? Who would you like to ban?
With the Juno, if the Juno stays on the field, I would say Julian is absolutely best ban. But I think very likely the Juno is not going to be making it into this match.
Neither is the Julian either. So we've got speed leads for both NEF and Paffix. It's our Europe preliminary match 3, set 2 between NEF and Paffix. NEF with that 1-0 advantage at the moment. Can Paffix look to return a point as the Twin Angels are going to be going first? Can you get a strip and defense, Bray?
I would go for, well, it is a tricky thing. I think you have to go for the Oliver and then use the skill 3 from the Cigar on the Valagil, but decides to go for a slightly different route. Also, his units didn't push up enough, or maybe he just simply didn't use the push up itself. Oh no, wait, he actually went for the shield, so he's trying to get no strips in and therefore go that route. Pretty smart play. I like that play actually, because normally with the Twins Angel, you decide to push up and therefore one of your units move. But this is the only way to have Cigar and the Hey Gang move in front of his team, which is very well played right there, actually.
Yeah, exactly. He could get that cool time onto the Velagil, so there's no immunity coming out at the moment, and there are provokes and stuns and glancing all over the spot right now. He's got the cool time up as well. We can put some more defense breaks out.
That is definitely trying to get some defense breaks out, but the main damage is going to be coming from that Ragdoll. So let's see if this Ragdoll can provide a formidable amount of damage, but we also still have a lot of pushbacks on the other side the moment it does come online.
Yep, Smicer, can she get online soon? Ragdoll still has some sort of answer for it at the moment. But Cigar's going to be coming in again. Is that cool time down? Not yet.
Not yet. We need an additional turn. Ooh. Does actually, once again, the Cigar for NEF is working so hard to try to get him back into those matches. Once again, provoking pretty much everything except the Vanessa. But Vanessa is the target you care least for if you don't provoke that one.
Exactly. He's chipping away the damage on that Vanessa to take out any of the revives that could be coming soon. And can he now get the defense break? He's been trying the whole match so far.
Once again, it looks similar to the more trying to get the attack break on that monkey before. But we also do have an additional turn from that Oliver. And the Oliver is now online. And Oliver against 0 fire units, he can definitely get his skills off most of the time.
He can control the team of NEF right now to get Smicer online, get some pushbacks coming through. But Ragdoll still has something to say.
Ragdoll, 6.6k damage. It is a good amount of damage, but it's just nearly not enough. We can go for another push-up of the attack bar on the Cigar. Cigar can go for another round of provokes, and you definitely do need it. But the provoke was resisted, and therefore Oliver is still online doing Oliver things.
Yeah, he is, and the silences are now going to be tumbling in from Smicer as well. Not getting the additional turn there, but Oliver can keep those attack bars as low as possible. Can you even take out a Cigar soon?
Well, the Cigar might be taking off very soon this way, because it's just the chip damage with that armor break. And as mentioned during the drafting phase, there's no healer on the side of NEF. And with no healer on the side of NEF, there's just a lot of things going on for the side of Paffix with that skill 1 healing from the Smicer. And just the Valiju as well.
Oh, he's trying his best though, Cigar, right now. Still not that defense break though.
Still not the defense break, but on the other side we are looking at stunts, bombs, additional turns, more silences, more pushbacks, and suddenly it's definitely looking at a very favorable match for Paffix.
Yeah, Paffix has now got online with his units. It's going to allow him to keep that immunity, and Oliver has the full field to basically control them. Say there's no elemental disadvantage going on.
Yeah, there's no elemental disadvantage, and that is just also the sheer strength of a Vanessa. Most Vanessas these days are just built super tanky. Why is that? Well, you're just wasting a whole lot of time trying to kill it. And during that whole lot of time that you're trying to kill it, you actually don't kill it, and then it just starts being healed up by other units. And there we also have that Twins Angel being taken out by that bomb, and definitely Paffix is sitting in a driver's seat for this match right now.
He is. He can look to land bomb. Does he get the stun as well onto that ragdoll? Bomb will likely be enough coming in the next one, if not for Velajul anyway, taking it out. And Heigang, even with a silence, is conceding that set point to Paffix. He brings it back there, say 2-1 apiece. The drafting phase maybe didn't go as well for NEF as it could have done.
Yeah, the drafting phase, I think the Twins Angel with the Ragdoll was a little bit of like too much held back. It was not going full for damage, but it was also not full going for control, but it was also not full going for sustain. Whereas the draft with like that he had before, it was really, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and that is what the team is built around. Whereas this draft, it was just a little bit too much of everything combined with the Heigang. There was not enough damage going in, and therefore didn't really work out.
No, it didn't. And we can see there Julian has been pre-banned again along with that Vanessa, resulting in a Cigar appearing on the field once again. Paffix, who are you going to be looking to take? That Sigrid didn't work too well in that first round.
Going for a Moor instead, so actually stealing the Moor that NEF used in that first round. Interesting to see over there. Let's see what NEF goes back to. He does like that Heigang in a lot of cases, but actually decides against it and goes for the current Holy Trinity of meta units with the Chandra, Velajul, and Cigar.
And we see a quick response from Paffix with the Kavachi, with that Mei Huang coming back out on the field. We saw how much damage it can do against that Holy Trinity. How does NEF look to respond? He says he's not really signaling everything here.
No, I think back to that Camilla, maybe even adding a Camilla with a Miles, because Miles against the amount of buffs that you see on the enemy side could definitely work very well. Does actually luck in both of those units.
He does, and we're seeing him Mo Long, and maybe that's the first time we've seen him over the past weekend there. Say, who are you liking to ban?
I actually would respect that Mo Long, because it can be one of those chip units that can deal enough damage at some point. But actually the Kovachi is taking out, so the healing on the side of Paffix is gone.
Speed leads going into this one, then it's our Europe preliminary. Match 3, set 3 between NEF and Paffix, one apiece at the moment. Say, can you look to get a stun?
Ooh, that Mo Long is swift. You definitely have to stun it. That swift Mo Long. Very interesting play over there, but did not manage to get a turn. And now the turn goes to that Cigar. And Cigar is doing formidable work there, provoking 3 out of 3. Monkey still had his immunity, but now we have NEF sitting in the driver's seat, getting a lot of stuns, getting a lot of slows right now. And this is definitely the position that the Miles likes to be in. Just chipping away time and time again on that damage on the targets you want to kill. And he does go for that Mo Long.
He does. There's immunity on the side, so there's no defense breaks coming out too soon. We can look to get a defense break and a provoke, going for that Tian Lang and maybe defending that Velajul.
Yeah, in this case, you most of the time want to defend on the Cigar because Cigar is providing the provokes. But in this case, since the Fire Monkey is tumbling down all of the damage into the Velajul, it is better to actually go for that defense on the Velajul. So well played over there. But now all eyes are pretty much on the damage of that Miles. Can that Miles take out enough units fast enough? But that Tian Lang has something to say about it.
He does. He's trying to respond and getting a defense break, but the immunity on the side of NEF is going to prevent that. Maybe a provoke on him as well. Going instead for that Mo Long.
Yeah, a little bit back and forth on what he does like to hit. It is understandable over here. You do want to control that Mo Long, because if he gets his skill 3 off, it is still very deadly. Also additional turn from that Velajul, but NEF is really spreading out the damage a little bit too much.
Yeah, let's see where he can concentrate it right now. Obviously can't stun on that Mei Wang, so the skill 1 still doing a lot of damage, but he got a 10k in response, Paffix, on the last hit, say.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage. If he can take out the Monkey in this rotation right now, it will be very strong. Also does land the provoke over there. Do you go for skill 3? Does do a good amount of damage. You should be able to take out that Mei Wang with just a Miles skill 2 right now.
Gets it with that 9k from Miles, and Miles is going to be able to go to work now as Cigar sets up for him with some more damage. It's looking very bad for Paffix in this one.
Yeah, it's definitely looking bad for Paffix, and I'm absolutely liking that Miles pick. Miles is one of those units you still always have to keep runed up, because in one of those matches, like 1 in 100 match, it's just a perfect fit. It was over here, and that is the victory for NEF.
Wow. We saw Mo Long coming into the field there, say, but he didn't actually add too much on the side of Paffix, apart from maybe the surprise element onto side NF. But like you said, Miles, that consistent damage, similar to like a Meihu Wang, they're showing how good they are in this day 3, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the Mo Long was definitely a surprise factor, especially that it was on Swift. But in hindsight drafting is always very easy. Hindsight drafting, that ban on the Kovaci was very smart if that Mo Long is on Swift and if you get the stun. So it definitely did work out for NEF over there.
Let's see then, the pre-bans have come in. We've got Vanessa and we've got Han again, similar ones going in. Paffix deciding to steal there the cigar, so part of the Holy Trinity is going to be taken away, but NEF partnering up with the Twin Angels.
Yeah, taking the Twin Angels for himself this time. Last time around, it didn't work all too much because he didn't have too much of damage going on. Paffix going back to his comfortable units, the Chandra, but also the Tianlang. On the other side, we see a Spicer on the side of NEF right now. So NEF is definitely going more for a bruiser style with a lot of healing compared to what he had in that second match where it didn't really work out for him. So let's see what he would like to pair that with. I do know that he doesn't like to bring the Ragdoll into a Tianlang most of the time, but it did feel quite fitting and he does actually lock it in. But on the other side, we see some more light units coming in with that Julian and that Kovaci.
Yep. Response from Paffix, the standard picks that he always takes to continue for NEF then right now. Are you continuing a bruiser going in there for a Wusa then? Who do you like to ban?
Ooh, interesting Wusa pick, because Wusa in this case is somewhat similar as the Kovaci, but I think Paffix probably removes that Kovaci, so he removes the healing and then just bruises the fight out where he has a lot more healing than the enemy.
Let's see then, it would allow Tianlang to still be out on the field to counter into that Ragdoll. Velajul going down as well as the Kovaci. Speed leads for both of our guys. It's the Europe preliminary lower round 1 match 3 set 4 between NEF and Paffix. Can NEF take it home and get closer to Berlin, or has Paffix got a reverse sweep coming again now?
Ooh, interesting. Let's see what we're hitting over here, because the moment... Okay, does go for that skill, does have the Tianlang moving next. Does the Tianlang provide stuns? Because he has... Ooh, the side's actually against it, not stunning anything as of yet. But you might get a bomb on yourself right now.
Managing to get the bomb on that Chandra, but he's got skill 3 cigar, maybe looking to go into the Ragdoll going in there? No, going into Smicer to not allow it to go again.
Interesting one, because as long... If you control the Smicer passive will still work. Smicer skill 1 will still work. So let's see where the damage is going to come from. And the Ragdoll's not doing too much damage right now, but we have that combination of a Tianlang into a Julian, which is always a lot of damage.
Definitely is, and with that defense break as well. But big stuns, it's not going to affect the Julian, but it is on that Tianlang.
It is going to be a lot of stuns coming in over there. Additional turn does not manage to get the size. Julian armor break on skill 2. That is a formidable amount of damage. Gets the additional turn and takes out a unit right away.
He does. It's trying to trade it back down for 1 with that bomb, but it's not quite enough. Hopefully he cleans it up on the side of NEF.
Yeah, has to clean it up. Does actually manage to clean up. No skills on the side of that cigar as of yet. But we do have another wish of immortality. So that's 3 more turns of immunity plus shields. Plus a good amount of 10k damage coming in from that Wusa.
Definitely. And Julian right now against shields isn't going to do so much, but it's going to allow the push up for Tianlang. No strips or stuns. It's important for him to get now.
So in this case, could the Ragdoll plus the... Could it kill? Skill 2? Do you do enough damage? It is not enough damage, but Cigar doesn't have any skills. Is he gonna take that additional turn? Does take the additional turn that is so much needed in this case. It's gonna go for the Wusa, does prevent the turn, and also removes all of those debuffs. Or all of those buffs.
Doesn't get the defense break to allow Julian to come in and clean up straight after yet, though, say. Can look to push up here, the Ragdoll a little bit more, but this is still going to be crazy damage.
This is going to be a lot, actually quite a bit less damage than expected. So maybe that Wusa is specifically built to counter. But at the initial turn, on an armor break, Ragdoll 21k damage from that Ragdoll.
It is looking like Ragdoll versus Julian at the end here, say. And Julian needs to get a lot of damage and some stuns in, but it's not looking good.
That is a lot of damage coming in, but can Julian actually win? Because Julian is insanely strong, but he's very strong if he is paired with other units. In this case, these supports can easily take out a Julian, probably.
Oh! Big additional turn, though, say. It might be not enough to take him yet, but the health is probably too low.
Yeah, the health is too low. It can do a little bit of healing, but that amount of healing is not possible when you're taking out. And we have the victory for NEF.